Today we are going to discuss the in-text questions of chapter 10. First question, which is on page number 168, is define the principal axis of a concave mirror. So the answer is light rays that are parallel to the principal axis of a concave mirror converge at a specific point on the principal axis after reflection from the mirror. This point is known as the principal focus of the concave mirror. In second question, radius of curvature of spherical mirror is given 20 cm and we have to find the focal length. Now we know that r is equal to 2f, so f will be 20 upon 2, 10 cm. Next question is name a mirror that can give erect and enlarged image. We know that erect and enlarged image is formed only by concave mirror, so the answer is concave mirror. Next is why do we prefer a convex mirror as a rear view mirror? Because in the convex mirror always gives virtual, erect and diminished image of an object placed in front of it. So it is preferred as a rear view mirror in vehicles because they give a wider field of view also, which allows the driver to see most of the traffic behind him. Now let's move to the next page questions, that is page number 171. Question number first is find the focal length of the convex mirror whose radius of curvature is 32 cm. Same question we have done just on the last page, so you will do it yourself. Next question, concave mirror produces 3 times magnified enlarged image, real image of the object placed at 10 cm in front of it. Where is the image located? Now you know that m is equal to, in case of mirror, m is equal to minus v upon u is equal to h dash upon h, means height of image upon height of object. So it is a formula. Now we know that the image is real and inverted, so the value of m will be negative and it is 3 times enlarged, so it will be minus 3. So m is equal to minus 3. So by cross multiplication we will find the value of v, and that is because we have to find where the image is located. So by calculating it we get the value of v, that is 30 cm, and minus sign indicates that real inverted image is formed at a distance of 30 cm in front of the given concave mirror. So next is page number 176. Question number first is a ray of light traveling in air enters obliquely into water. Does the light ray bend towards the normal or away from the normal? Now we know that if the light is entering from rare medium to dense medium, it bends towards the normal, and air is a rare medium and water is a dense medium, so the light ray will bend towards the normal. An explanation I have given you. Next question is light enters from air to glass and refractive index is 1.50 and speed of light in glass we have to find, and speed of light in vacuum it is given 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. And we have learned that the formula of refractive index is n is equal to c upon v. C is speed of light in vacuum, that is given 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, and refractive index of glass is given in the question 1.50. So by putting all the values in the question we get the value of v, means the speed of light in glass, and that comes 2 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. Let's move to the next question, that is question number third, in which it is said that from this table we see that which medium has highest optical density. So in this table you can see the highest optical density is of diamond and lowest optical density is of air. So that only we have to find, an explanation I have given you. Next question is question number 4, that you are given kerosene, turpentine and water. In which of these does the light travel fastest? So now we know that the light travels fastest in the rarer medium, and out of these rarer medium is what? From kerosene, turpentine and water, rarer medium is water. So light will travel maximum in fastest in water. Explanation is given to you. Now question number 5 is refractive index of diamond is 2.42. What is the meaning of this statement? Now we know that n is equal to c upon v, where c is the speed of light in vacuum or air, and refractive index of diamond is 2.42. So it suggests that speed of light in diamond will reduce by a factor of 2.42 compared to its speed in air. So now we come to the question number, page number 184, question number 1. Define one diopter of a power of lens. Diopter is the unit of power. So one diopter is defined, one diopter is the power of that lens whose focal length is 1 meter. So it is the definition of one diopter. Next is a numerical or convex lens forms a real inverted image of the needle. Needle is an object here at a distance of 50 centimeter from it. Where is a needle placed in front of it? The convex lens. So we have to find the value, the distance of object, means u we have to find out. So here u is given minus, here you can see the size of the image is equal to the size of the object. It means object is placed at 2f1 and image is also formed at 2f2. It means object distance and image distance from the lens is same but in opposite direction. So u is equal to minus 50 centimeter and v is equal to 50 centimeter. And focal length we have to find, that is f. So we will apply lens formula. And what is lens formula? 1 upon v minus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f. By putting the values of u and v, we find the value of f, and that comes to be 0.25 meter. Now we will apply the formula of power. Power is p is equal to 1 upon f, and we find the value of power, that is 4 diopter. Next question is find the power of the concave lens of focal length 2 meter. So again we will apply the same formula, p is equal to 1 upon f, and find out the value of power, and that comes minus 0.5 diopter. That's all for this lecture. Thank you.